Hello all and welcome to another Captain Entertainment video. It's Art here with my February 2018 monthly reading roadmap. If you haven't watched these videos before and you're new to the channel, first of all, let me say thank you to all the new subscribers that I've gotten. At the time of recording to this, I've went up at least in double-digit figures of subscribers, so I want to thank everybody for that. But for those that are new or maybe haven't watched this video before, my monthly reading roadmap is akin to the monthly TBR. However, it's not that strict. It's just showing you and giving you a light guide, like a map would, of how to get from point A to point B. Now, point A to point B is I want to read 7 books each month to get to my goal of 75 books in 2018. So, with that said, that's point A to point B. However, there may be more books on the reading roadmap, and books that I read this month may not even appear on the reading roadmap. It's like winding roads to come abound. So, that being said, let's start in with the books that are currently on the reading roadmap. And that is, first book is Ken Follett's The Fall of the Giants. I really want to read Ken Follett's books, and I hear he's great, so I want to try to start on that. I may wait on these until the start of a tome topple round, because they are well over 500 pages. But I've been dying to read some Ken Follett, so I wouldn't be surprised if I fit it in at some point this month. Also, I intend to read Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, and the second book in the series, which is escaping me right now, but will be up here over my shoulder. Because I want to start reading Robin Hobb. She is one of the authors I've wanted to read. So with the fantasy portion, well, actually Ken Follett is historical fiction, I guess. Well, I'll see when I read him, but I think he's historical fiction. With that portion of it done, let me get into the next portion. That being, I would like to read 9 Dragons, the next Harry Bosch novel, in my go-around. I'm also going to continue reading the Laurie R. King novels, because it's probably going to be Dreaming of Spies that is the next book in that series for me, because I want to catch up for the Island of Mad that comes out on June 5th, I believe, of this year. I want to catch up, so I hate waiting for books, but I like being on the cutting edge of books too. I also want to read Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. I also want to read The Coffin Dancer, which is the second Lincoln and Rhyme novel. I read Bone Collector last year, a year before, loved it. Just haven't really re-picked up this series. So, to recap, and Devil in the White City is a true crime novel. I want to try to branch out and read more true crime, so that's why that's on the list. But to recap, we've got Fall of the Giant so far. We've got Assassin's Apprentice. We've got Dreaming of Spies, Coffin Dancer, Devil in the White City, 9 Dragons. That leaves me a few short, because I'll probably put 10 on here, which I was expecting this. The Killings of Badger's Drift by Carolyn Green is the first Midsummer Murders novel. There's another book I'll read. One Shot I want to finish by Lee Child. It's the next Jack Reacher novel in my series of reading Jack Reacher. And now I want to get to bring back an old friend of mine, the TBR jar. What I will do is pick one read out of the TBR jar that I will try to get to this month, and then I will pick a second read that if I get to it, okay, I've already read that one. That was Star Wars Rise of the Jedi. I need to update this jar. But the next one in the jar is... Come on. I hate when you fold pieces of paper. Technical difficulties. Or, it wouldn't be technical. I guess it would be paper difficulties. Paper difficulties. It won't open. It won't open. Why won't it open? Ah! The Passage by Justin Cronin. This will be the book that if I get to the next book, The Passage by Justin Cronin, because it's so huge, if I get to the next book, I'll get to this book. Let's see here. The next book out of here is okay, yeah. This book I'll try to get to is The Chase by Clive Cussler. It's the first book in his Derek Pitts series, I believe. So the two books I'm going to try to get to out of the jar are The Passage by Justin Cronin and Derek Pitts are The Chase, the first Derek Pitts novel by Clive Cussler. The Passage is the first book in a trilogy that I want to read, and I might try to save for Tome Topple. So that's why I may not get to that one, but I will try to get to The Chase. I also will probably start in February something that I've been holding off on, which I will explain in another video coming very, very soon. Also, Mr. Mercedes Finders Keepers by Stephen King is a book that I intend. I read Mr. Mercedes last year. I want to try to finish that trilogy off, and I'd like to get to 11/22/63. So that lets you know my mindset of where I'm at on the books I want to read. What? Stretch. Yay. That lets you know the mindset of where I am on the books I want to read. If there's a book that you're most excited to see me review, leave a comment down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Help the channel grow. Let's keep building the community. I'm having great discussions in the comments with subscribers. I do try to respond to every comment whenever I see them and whenever I check in with the YouTube Creative Studio. So I do try to respond to all of them. I do try to make a point of doing it. So please, let's start a discussion. Tell me if you've read any of these books, books I need to jump on. Let me know, and I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Without further ado, happy reading. It's a short month, so get a lot of reading in. I'll see you very soon, and peace.